It is Judgment Day. Chitty chitty bang bang, bitch is gonna.
Oh shit! We're drawing this bloody game. Come on. Come on, look, you're coming back. You're coming back. You're coming back. Come on, see Chindan. See Chindan. Arey, what are you passing back for? Oh. Ed! Send him off! Send him off! Send him off! He's on a yellow card! He's on a yellow card! Send him off! Send him off! Send him off, ref! How is that not a card? How is it not a card? Are you serious?
Alright, boys. Clearly, I'm still salty about that day. It was a very depressing day, and my dad was having a field day. My dad's an Arsenal fan, so there's always a war in the house every time Chelsea and Arsenal play against each other. So far, he's had the better of me, at least in the last year or so. However, today looks to be in our favor. It looks to be a Chelsea win. I mean, the last time as well, it looked to be a Chelsea win, but obviously look what happened with that. Today, I feel a bit more confident. I'm way more confident given the fact that we have been winning so many games. We haven't been conceding as much. We are in a Champions League final. We are in an FA Cup final. And we have played against some top managers, top teams, and conceded one or less. So, with all those things in mind, welcome back, boys. Welcome back to your preview as Chelsea take on Arsenal. I think this is the last home game of the season. Let's make it a good one. Some interesting news coming out of the press conference. Kovacic and Christensen both are not fit. However, Christensen's injury that he suffered in the last game against Manchester City is not as serious as we thought it was, and he will be back soon before the season ends, hopefully for the FA Cup final and the UCL finals. Big games coming up, big games, and a very big and entertaining end to the season. So a lot more videos will be coming out as well. Stay tuned for that. Also tomorrow 4 p.m. I will be dropping a podcast episode after a very long time. I had 2 guests on, and I had the privilege to talk to these boys, Nathan and Afroz. Both are back for another episode. Topic will be it's a controversial one, but it's about how football has gotten soft. So make sure you check in on my Instagram stories. Stay tuned, because that's gonna be a banging episode. It's a little longer than usual, 30 minutes or so, but it's an entertaining one. A lot of topics. We cover a lot of topics, so make sure you check that out. But moving on to the game at hand, Arsenal tonight. Just when I got my sleep schedule back on track, this is fucking game at 12:45. I am so fucking done with this. I am so fucking done. Why can't we have games at normal times, man? This is so fucking stupid. Anyway, moving on. Arsenal. I told my dad this. We were talking about Arsenal because they're playing so badly. They recently lost their tie against Villarreal in the Europa League, knocking them out of the competition in the semi-finals. So they just need one. In the second leg, they needed 1 goal. They were 1-0 down, and they needed 1 goal to draw the game, but win on away goals. And they couldn't do that. over 90 minutes against Villarreal, 7th place in the La Liga. 7th place. First of all, La Liga is not even that great. Okay, La Liga is not that great. And to be 7th place in the La Liga and to still beat Arsenal, one of the biggest clubs in England, not right now, but historically speaking, one of the biggest clubs in England, is a massive result for them. Massive result. Their first final ever in the Europa League. So clearly, something's going wrong at Arsenal. Everybody wants to blame Arteta, which is one problem, but a lot of other problems are with the board, with the recruitment, with the investment, and yeah, they don't have players, man. They don't have enough players with the right mentality and the right work ethic and with the right quality. They have been shifting the captaincy from Aubameyang to Xhaka to Rob Holding, and there's no clear leader in that team. There's no spine in that team. They had injury problems with Kieran Tierney, one of their best players, out for a while. A lot of different issues with formations and with systems. I don't know what's really going on with Arsenal. It seems like a bit of a mess, and I mean that's what happens when you have a new manager, a manager who's just started his managerial career. That was the same problem Frank had, and he got sacked. It's the same problem Andrea Pirlo is having at Juventus, and I think he's going to be sacked soon, if not in the near future. And Arsenal are obviously going through the same problem. When a manager like Jose Mourinho, with the amount of experience he has, is suffering in the Premier League and is suffering badly to the extent where he gets sacked. Look at the amount of experience he's had. And the ego of someone to come into a club as big as Chelsea and Arsenal and to claim to be able to take these guys to the next level is just not true, and it's just not possible, and it's the wrong idea to have when you employ such a manager. When you employ such a manager, your aim is to think long term, to think future, to think 4-5 years down the line, and to not expect immediate results. If that's the case with Arsenal, then yeah, maybe finishing 9th this season and then moving and kind of working their way up in the next 3-4 seasons. Maybe that's what will do the trick for them. But right now, they're one of the easiest teams to beat, man. I was just watching them play, and they play risky football with no real chance creation against weaker opposition. Sometimes they do well. They're inconsistent, and just I feel like with the scanty chances that they do create, is not going to work out for them against a tough, resilient backline and resilient structure of Chelsea's defensive shape. It's just not going to happen. I don't see it happening. It will obviously take a miracle for them to pull this win off if they do win. You know what, let's just get into the lineups and we'll discuss the game further on from there. In goal, I have gone with Edouard Mendy. Kepa done a good job, but he's clearly the FA Cup goalkeeper. Edouard Mendy gets in the first team here. In the defense, Christensen is injured. Keep that in mind. So the back three I have gone with is a back three of Kurt Zouma, Thiago Silva, and Antonio Rudiger. Kurt Zouma had a good game against Manchester City. Antonio Rudiger has been in tanks ever since Thomas Tuchel has joined the club, and Thiago Silva is just one of the best defenders of all time, so he gets in. Azpilicueta, I think he needs to rest a bit because he's been playing continuously. Real Madrid, over the two legs, Fulham, Manchester City, so I think he deserves a rest. This will be the backline for now. In wing backs, I've gone with Chilwell and I've gone with Callum Hudson-Odoi. Personally, on the left-hand side, I do not know what kind of threat Arsenal are going to bring because they constantly shift their system. But if it's going to be Tierney on the left-hand side, I think Kurt Zouma has got that covered, and Callum Hudson-Odoi has the pace to keep up with them. If not, Reece James is always available to come on and solidify things in defense. But I feel like attacking is the best form of defense. In this case, I think they'll be pinned back for majority of the game, especially with our possession stats and our possession style of playing will keep them pinned back in their own half. In midfield, I've gone with the midfield partnership of N'Golo Kante and Billy Gilmore, who had a really, really good game against Manchester City, who had a good game even against Fulham. Superb play. He really grew into the game, started putting in those long balls, long crosses, spreading the play very, very, very well. Looking like a pro on the pitch, absolute pro. Looking like he's been doing that for years. Absolute key player for us. If anything, we have the depth and the squad depth to come and solidify things. If things go wrong, Jorginho is available. I do think he needs to rest though, so that's why I've picked Billy Gilmore. Moving on to the number 10s, I've gone with Mason Mount and Christian Pulisic in the number 10 roles. I think that partnership of one player coming in deep and both players actually dropping in deep, forming a kind of a nice square in the midfield to dominate from all different sides and to be available to press and win the ball in that midfield area that we've been doing so often against Real Madrid, and that's how we started. Both our goals came from winning the ball in that midfield area, and something that I think we've clearly been working on: the counter pressing, the pace at which we press, and the unity in all positions to press at the same time. I think that's going to be key against a team like Arsenal, who like to play through the midfield. Thomas Partey, he's good in defensive. He's good in defense here and there at times, but in possession, he's got the ability to pick a pass. But in possession, he's also quite weak and loses the ball very, very often. This would be a good chance for N'Golo Kante, Mason Mount, and Pulisic to maybe grab the ball up quite high in the field, and it's game over from them because we have Kai Havertz at striker. Kai Havertz has been in incredible form, especially in that second game against Real Madrid, toying with Sergio Ramos, one of the best defenders in the world right now. I need nutmegging people for fun, nutmegging Cruz, nutmegging Ferland Mendy. Just incredible game. He's been absolutely growing into this role, really enjoying himself and having that freedom up front. Really fluid, especially in that game against Crystal Palace. We saw these front three working together so well. Kill that game in under 10 minutes. Hopefully we can do that today. That's the lineup for today, boys. Let me know what you would choose as your lineup and who would you pick instead of the front three, the wing backs, the midfield. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let's move on to the score predictions. This is going to be tough because I have this feeling that Arsenal always play against Chelsea well. They always come up with a good performance against Chelsea whenever they play against us. I don't know why that happens. What gives them the confidence to do that? Take the example of the reverse fixture. They were in a really bad state. They had lost 5 games in a row, and we are coming from a 17-game unbeaten run. A 14-game unbeaten run, sorry. It looked like a perfectly set situation for Chelsea to win that game and to move on and solidify their spot in the top 4 at that point of the season. However, we have one of the most horrendous games I've ever seen in my life. One of the most horrendous games, and you saw my reaction to it. I was actually pissed off. I was so pissed off. And what made it worse is my dad laughing at me from the side. So, keeping that in mind, I think this game could go either really, really well or really, really badly. I'm going to be optimistic and say that the game is going really, really well. And that's why I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory over Arsenal. Christian Pulisic grabbing a goal and Kai Havertz grabbing the second. Let's hope this comes true. Let's hope my lineups are right. Let's hope the key players are rested well enough because we have some tough games coming up. FA Cup final, Premier League game against Leicester away at the King Power Stadium, and the last game at Villa Park against Aston Villa to end the season. Before that, we also have Obviously, the main one, Manchester City. If you like this content, make sure to drop a like down below, comment and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel out. If you are new, welcome to the channel. Welcome. The Chelsea goalpost doors are always open to Chelsea fans. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification bell to never miss another upload from me. Thank you everybody for the support that I've been receiving over videos, over Instagram, over my socials, Twitter. Make sure you follow me there as well for more updates on videos. On sometimes I ask you guys for video ideas, so make sure to follow me there to contribute to the channel. This channel is for you guys, and yeah. We need this win, boys. We absolutely freaking need this win. For me personally, I want this win because it's a personal thing. It's just bragging rights. And it's a London derby, so we better get this win, boys. We better get this win. On to the next. I'll see you guys in the next one.